pretend for a second that we own a chain of retail stores that are tailored exclusively to women. Something along the lines of Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works, the type of stores that dudes would never walk into. There ain't nothing inside Bath and Body Works that's even remotely appealing to me. I don't care about lotions and oils. I don't care about foo-foo fragrances. Ooh, smell this one. It's so radiant. It will have you smelling like fresh apricot. I don't care about any of that. I don't like shopping in general. The only time I go shopping is when I run out of Pro V1s or I need new golf shoes or a new golf glove. I'm actually looking for a new set of golf clubs right now. I usually buy all my golf stuff, especially golf balls, at Academy. A store like that would gear their marketing towards guys like me. But if we owned a store that sold nice pink tutus, moisturizing lotion, lingerie, who are you going to market towards? You're going to focus your advertising on women. I mean, it makes sense, right? Why would you waste millions of dollars advertising your products to men who couldn't give a fuck less about it? You want to create advertising campaigns going after the 34-year-old soccer mom. Wear this perfume. Your husband won't be able to resist you. You want women to believe your products will make them feel sexy. This would be the marketing direction for a normal business. But what if you're a woke company like Ulta Beauty? If your company belongs to Woke United Methodist, you have other requirements to consider. We must practice diversity, equity, and inclusion. We want all women shopping in our stores. The problem when you abide by the practices of inclusion, you end up excluding the majority of the population by focusing on less than 1%. This is exactly what happened last week with the latest marketing campaign from Ulta Beauty. The holiday season is here. This is the busiest time of year for retail businesses. Going into the Christmas season, Ulta wanted potential customers to know their stores are open and ready for business as long as you identify as a shit fuck. Instead of focusing their marketing efforts trying to get women like your wife or my girlfriend into their stores, real women, feminine women, women who like to look sexy, women who actually have the ability to get pregnant. Last week, Ulta essentially told those women to fuck off. We don't want your business. They have chosen to market their brand to birthing persons, women like Jackie Mahomes, Rachel Levine, Leah Thomas. You know the type of women I'm talking about. The women who conceive through a different hole. The women who can grow a stiffy and a beard at the same time. The type of women men like Shay Shay Sharp dream about. Oh, I cannot wait for summer. I cannot wait to see Leah Thomas in that bikini again. Oh, if I were to be so lucky to just be a hair on that bongo, I would be the happiest birthing person in America. Ulta has a weekly podcast called The Beauty of Girlhood. Now, you hear a podcast with that name, you expect it to consist of typical girl talk, right? Did you see that skirt she was wearing? Girl, the nerve! She looked like a hooker on Bourbon Street. Did you see that color scheme? I don't know what stylist matched her. They obviously identify with that LGBT thing. She was walking the red carpet looking like a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, okay? Ain't nobody tasting her rainbow. Many people were surprised when the featured guest on The Beauty of Girlhood last week was a birthing person named Dylan Mulvaney. Well, KC, who the fuck is Dylan Mulvaney? This right here is Dylan Mulvaney. Nice little Mormon kid who matches the stereotype, honestly. He looks like a harmless young man, right? But I'm a bit confused. What would a nice young man who has all the appearances of being from Middle America, what the hell would he know about the beauty of girlhood? To the surprise of no one, he doesn't know shit about being a woman. From what I can tell, Dylan Mulvaney's only been pretending to be a woman for the last 6 or 7 months. But you see, he has a lot of experience transitioning into a woman. Dylan Mulvaney became a C-list celebrity on TikTok. He started a series called Days of Girlhood. This is an exciting series. Follow Dylan as he removes his cucumber and transitions into a delicate little flower. We will take you behind the scenes and show you the struggle. This series is full of special guests. Episode 3 features Joy Reid helping Dylan select his wig. Episode 4 has Leah Thomas picking out his thongs. During the exciting season finale, Don Lemon makes an appearance to show Dylan how to turn his surgically removed lemons into lemonade. Somehow, this kid has nearly 8 million followers on TikTok. And you know what? Good for him. I never begrudge someone because of their success. Both Ulta Beauty and Dylan Mulvaney, they are catching a lot of shit for his appearance last week. And you know, part of me feels bad for Dylan Mulvaney. This is a 25-year-old kid who does not realize he's being used. The thing about building your platform based on your gender transition, you eventually run out of content. Part of the reason it's so appealing initially is the shock factor, the curiosity factor. But that eventually fades away, along with the revenue you're accustomed to living off of. Dylan Mulvaney is allowing himself to be exploited to further this narrative, which is essentially a war against women. Check out all of this propaganda included in this 15-second clip. Roll the film.
Now I know I can find love. I know I can still be a performer. I know that I can have a family. I want to be a mom one day. And I absolutely can. And that's why the narrative still has a long way to go, because when I was grieving Boy Dylan, I didn't know those things were even accessible to me.
Where do I even begin? Why don't we start with the fact the supposed host of the show, someone Ulta is promoting as a woman, has a fucking beard. You guys thought I was kidding when I talk about the bearded beauties in the WNBA? I couldn't tell if that host was the lead singer in an 80s rock band or the leading free throw airballer at the WNBA dump. Now let's address this blatant propaganda from Dylan Mulvaney. Yes, it's true you can still find love. I'm sure there's some dude out there who likes spreading cucumber seeds and woke women. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I also hate to steal a line from the Fauci lizard, but follow the science. I know I'm not a doctor, I'm not someone you contact for medical advice, but in the thousands and thousands of years that men have been walking this earth, there has not been one instance, of a man getting pregnant. Go ask RuPaul how many fucking babies he's conceived. RuPaul's been a woke woman since the 90s. Know how many times he's gotten pregnant? 0. After claiming he can be a mom one day, Dylan Mulvaney said, "This is why the narrative still has a long way to go." He's absolutely right and doesn't even know it. That's all this is, a narrative, a fairy tale, a myth. They are selling young men the myth that they can become women. Have you guys ever noticed we don't see a lot of mainstream media coverage on women becoming men? Have you ever noticed that? Who received more press coverage this spring, Leah Thomas or Isaac Hennig? When the media talks about transgender rights in sports, are they talking about men infiltrating women's sports or women infiltrating men? Have you ever wondered why that's the case? Why they're targeting young men trying to influence them to become women? The only thing standing in the way of shitfucks implementing their woke utopia is strong men. They have got to get rid of masculinity. If they can convince a generation of men to become women, there's no one left standing in their way. Why do you think they hated Donald Trump so much? Why do you think they demonized Tucker Carlson, Glenn Beck? Look at the strong men in the black community they demonize. Brandon Tatum, Herschel Walker, Larry Elder. They are crucifying Kanye West right now. Why? Because all these dudes are not afraid to speak against them. If men are to exist at all, they need men like Stephen A. Smith, Troy Aikman, Nore on Drink Champs. Men who will apologize while bending over to take every inch Oscar Mayer can produce when they violate the woke commandments. The reaction to this advertising campaign from Ulta was unsurprisingly negative. Most of the negative reaction is coming from women who are starting to wake up and realize their values being diminished. Over the weekend, Boycott Ulta was trending on Twitter. The reaction in the mainstream media was completely different. The same media who promotes feminism, the same media who promotes girl power, boss bitches, you don't need no man, single mothers unite. The same media that uses women whenever they fit their narrative is calling those same women transphobic and homophobic because they're pissed off with Ulta. For decades, the media has pitted men and women against each other. They have floated the false narrative that men and women don't need each other. This is bullshit. They float this narrative to further destroy the nuclear family. Society cannot survive without men and women working together, which is exactly what they want. They have to destroy society in order to rebuild it the way they want it. Unfortunately, a lot of people, especially in younger generations, are consuming this shit sandwich. Well, let me know what you think. Ulta creates an ultra-woke advertising campaign and receives nothing but negative backlash from normal people, normal women, while receiving praise from the mainstream media. Go fucking figure. The media, once again, on the opposite side of reality. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, kc_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.